They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Chubb running right. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And we clearly saw right there why the Bears went out and got Montez Sweat last season. He's a player who appears to be on an upward trajectory, and plays like that are certainly a big reason why.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to 4th. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Stafford. And now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
87 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Bears at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here we go.
To throw, Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
12 more yards there and another first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Let's go now.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Set up. Go.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Throwing is Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Rome Odunze.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Reload. Reload. Hut, hut.
They will. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away.
There he goes, right side. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Bears 21, Rams 7.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 12. Now Stafford. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 50! Hey, 54!
Now it's Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Ready? Check go.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 122 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Roll. Stephanie. Hey, check that.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It'll buy some time right. That is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Go.
Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Go!
Here's Swift.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
138 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Once again, it's Swift.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 42. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now
the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Stafford.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Swift.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down.
That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Bears 28, Rams 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Check, Panther. Bring it.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Here we go, set.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Monday.
Now Stafford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the end zone, Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's to the 2nd-year man, Puka Nacua.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Let's go now. Go.
Here's a toss play right to Swift.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And middle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Take it at the 37. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
Now a carry for Swift.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
167 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a give right side Swift.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's second and 10. Swift going to try up the middle.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Running is Swift.
And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. He needed 9. He got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They hand off to their big tight end. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes to...
He's got a man complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for L.A. 64 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Stafford. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Chubb is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now a 3rd and 6. They'll run the toss to Swift.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Here's 1st down.
50-50.
Stafford.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my whole cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more.